Well, records fell on the weekend, and we were on the wrong end of them. Welcome to On the Ranch. When I say we, I mean the Cowboys, obviously, because we're never on the wrong end of any record. Hey, Peter.
No.
Welcome to On the Ranch, episode 203, brought to you by Malones. I'm XRBob. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Mastodon. Oh, actually, I don't use that one.
Mastodon.
That's another one. Yeah.
Black Power Ranger.
It sounds like a dinosaur.
It does a bit. I think it is.
It is,
there you
yeah.
go.
It's like a off-cut off a woolly mammoth.
On the spot, Peter, blazing two guns.
I'm back again. Not feeling it too well tonight, so if the boss is listening to this on Wednesday, you'll probably know why I was sick tomorrow.
Sick yes tomorrow.
Yeah, called sick tomorrow, but by the time he hears this on Wednesday, it would have been yesterday.
I got that. Morgan for Fusion Networks.
I could not be more excited for his podcast tonight. It's going to
Really?
be an absolute corker.
It's bloody hard to get up out of bed.
No, it really is. I love how Pete's pre-positioning his sick day before he's even called in sick. That's some real 4D chess.
It is.
Oh, there's not enough herbal tea that can cure this.
And Billy's keeping an eye on us, making us look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How you doing?
Oh, that's straight to HR, Rob.
What?
You can't be saying that. How you doing?
HR.
How you
All right.
doing?
Yeah.
Write me up then.
And
Yeah.
Rob is HR.
Good point.
and I'm Rob's deputy. So
Yeah.
give me a call.
Yeah,
Just
I will.
call me
Just give me
now.
a call.
Yeah.
I'll call in.
That's very close to give me your number.
I'll leave you a speak pipe.
Hey, Peter, you're HR here, aren't you? I'm going to make a complaint with Rob. What's he done? He's sexually harassing me. Yeah, well, kind of cute with those glasses, aren't you? That's where the HR conversation finishes.
That went well.
That's the end of the story, and that's where I launched my lawsuit.
Flick us a like, flick us a subscribe, flick us a share, hit the bell, and ding ding on his head. That was good last week. I like that one. Thanks for that. On the ranch, nq.myshopify.com. Pick up one of these bad boys. Pick up a pannikin. Drank out of my pannikin on Saturday. Didn't help.
Drank out of my pannikin Saturday. Definitely did not help.
No. So, but you know, the more pannikins that are out there getting drunk out of, the more power we have.
Do you think it's possible
Anything's possible.
that the 50 for 50 raffles is actually nothing and it's just they take your money?
You're calling it a scam.
I have
Yeah.
suggested this in the past.
Really?
Well, all of these things, there's no proof. Like they just put up, say, Deborah D. one.
Yeah.
I was like, well, who?
What's the ticket number?
who
They didn't have the
knows?
ticket number up
Yeah.
there.
All right. So, has anyone...
Because I
listening-
buy 50 for 50
Yeah.
every time I go to the game.
Well, I've bought a fair few. Has anyone ever won a 50-50? So anyway, just let us know.
Great question.
Flick us drop a comment or send us a speak pipe.
Has Hendo won it?
Probably.
He
Of all
does.
people,
He wins
Hendo
stuff.
has probably won it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Hendo, shout out if you won.
Bloody guy gets around on a motorbike. He won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's a nice bike too.
Oh,
It
it
is.
is a sweet hog.
Very nice, mate.
Sweet hog.
It's not a
Saw
hog.
him.
Hendo's got a sweet
It's
hog.
not a hog.
I saw
It's
him on
not,
Saturday night as well.
Did you? Where?
Yeah. Well, he was walking to the game. I was walking Palmer Street
Yeah, right. Okay.
because I got dropped off.
That's not how he said it to me.
No, because I was
You
on
were
a
walking the
mission for
street.
something else. I had to go
Bet he
see
was.
someone.
Let's go see a man about a dog.
That's why I have a pocket. That's hence a pocket.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why the pocket got used.
Copy. Gotcha.
Mm.
Yes.
And
Welcome
so
to
I
the ranch.
I saw him walking past me. And he dug the shoulder in like he was Tamalolo.
He did tell
Oh,
me he did
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. That was a tight mosquito bite.
Well, yeah, you probably have to get him out on the field. Speakpipe.com/on the ranch, and you can leave us a message. Leave your thoughts. If you've won a 50-50, let us know in that and how much it was and is it legit? Because we're starting to think it's a bit of a scam.
Yeah.
And if it is, how do we get in on this?
It's like those raffle tickets you buy for the houses and stuff. Like, who knows who wins that?
Oh, like Boys Club.
Yeah, like who
So
knows?
all those apartments on the Gold Coast,
Yeah, there's a lot of apartments. on
every
those.
single one is a one raffle ticket.
Mm.
Have to be.
To be fair, I have heard of a story of someone winning once,
Yeah.
and they won one of the ones on the canal down in the Gold Coast, Burleigh Heads or something.
Did they?
So
though?
I've heard a story where it did actually.
I've heard of they've raffled off entire blocks,
Mm.
and you basically live in the penthouse up top, and just rent out the rest of them, and that's your living money.
Oh, that sounds all right.
That'd set you up, surely.
Yeah, I reckon
like
so.
especially these days.
I reckon I could deal with that.
I'm a bit iffy on it though, like because you get picked up outside shops with Surf Life Saving Club and everything. Oh yeah, we're doing this for the kids and blah blah blah. And we got a $6 million beach house to raffle off. A lot of tickets. Maybe that developer could have just given $6 million to the Surf Life Saving Club.
Yeah, probably could have.
Doesn't work like that, mate.
But if they raffle off enough all around Australia,
Like that's a lot of tickets you've got to recoup.
and I've never seen anyone standing at one of those pop-up shops at a surf lifesaving in the middle of Stockies or something.
It tends to be someone like the Amway story I was telling about too. You do get suckered into it a little bit sometimes.
Well, none of the sales people in those are ugly. Let's just say that.
Yes, very noticeably biased towards one side of things.
One side of things, and they're all fit.
But I bought tickets on the Saturday night game, and every other time it's first name and back name, and then
Back name.
their front and back name.
You do need a sick day.
You are a
that's-
sick day.
that's-
Yeah,
that's the
yeah, we
charge.
know, we know.
Pete's ready for the winter holiday.
No, these guys just don't know.
No.
Well, it's a middle name, so why can't it be a back name?
Yeah,
That's
why can't
cool,
it be
yeah.
a back
Front
name,
name.
a front
True.
and back? And so, but that Saturday night was the first time where they just wanted the letter C,
Yeah.
not my last name. So I'm thinking, you scamming now because you're not taking front and back names.
Do they take your number though?
Yeah, well, that's
Because you're in the system.
you can't stuff your number up. If you stuff your number up, you won't get the notification or tickets.
No, that's right. Yeah, because you get a notification on your phone now when you
Yeah,
buy
you've
them. Don't
bought
you?
'em.
Yeah,
But at the game, because I was ticket something like 800,000 or whatever.
ticket number
So I'm
800,000.
thinking when
A530.
Donnarumma won
You
it,
nailed that. That is not good.
How many times have I sat at Department of Transport?
when,
Ticket number.
when Donnarumma won it, there was no ticket number with her prize because I always think, I wonder how close I was if I bought the $30 instead of 20 or whatever like
Well,
that.
they should do that because that's part of the incentive. Like,
Yeah.
oh, how close
Oh,
was I?
close
That's
was
part
In
of,
the
that's
text
a-
message, when they send you a text, you,
Yeah.
you were this number's off.
Is that right? Yeah.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
they, should.
do
They
that.
should do that.
Because
Yeah.
when you get a meat raffle ticket
Mm.
and the number comes
Blue
out, it's
78
like
sort of thing.
yeah, if it's 78 and you look through yours and you go, oh, I got 74.
Yeah, exactly.
And you look at the table beside you and you go, it's you bastards.
Yeah, pricks. Why didn't that person come to me first?
Yeah.
Here's an idea to sell more. This is what they should do. You get the text message, right? They should, before they draw it, send out a text. Do you want to double down?
Oh,
Right? Because by then you've had a couple Rumbos, you've had a couple of G&Ts,
I
right?
guarantee you there are
Yeah,
laws
gambling
against that.
restrictions.
You reckon?
100% there is some kind of law.
Double or nothing. Would you
Yeah.
like to double or nothing?
I
Yeah.
like it, but
Mm.
they would. You'd make 50% more.
Surely. Everyone would be like, yeah, sure. And plus you hit it, you can Apple Pay or you can Google Pay for you backwards people.
Yeah, forwards people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the majority of the room. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 3 to 1, Mofo. Patreon.com. You can get 45 minutes of extra chatter this week, and it is quality. Quality.
My Amway stories in there.
There's an Amway story.
Yep.
We're talking about Bobcat hats
Yep.
and
We
where
do
to
a deep dive on Cobra.
get the best sausages in Townsville,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm.
amongst many, many other things.
And how to smoke them.
And Bill's good smoking recipes.
Yep.
Yes, we're talking smoking meats here,
Yep.
just to clarify.
Yeah, you don't need many recipes.
Just to clarify.
For the
Need
other
recipes
stuff.
for the other
Yeah,
time.
just the Mexican jumping shrubs.
Pete was talking about his meat thermometer. It doesn't last very long.
I actually don't have a meat thermometer.
Don't you?
Like I said, I just go
Meat
on
probe?
vibe.
You just go on
you
vibe.
vibe it. Just
go on
vibe it.
vibe.
Is that why you're always crook?
Mm.
Throwing up in toilets?
Have you got worms?
No.
You might have worms if you just vibe.
I think you might have worms.
Vibe into meat
No,
cooking.
I take my worm tabs.
Yeah. Okay. A little chocolate. chocolate.
Quite a bit.
Mm.
7 squares a night.
Yep. Chocolate squares. A little
Yeah.
cobantrin. Is it
Eat 'em-
cobantrin?
Eat them like lollies.
I don't know why that came to my name. I've not taken one of those worm tablets in a good 2 weeks.
Maybe you should.
In a good 2 weeks.
I should. I probably should. I legitimately have not touched a worm tablet in a very long time, but also this is for a separate pod. We'll come back to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come-
You could have a tapeworm the size of your hand.
How do you think I'm losing weight?
This is true.
Straight up on a tapeworm diet.
Fair.
Yeah, order your
Fair.
tapeworm online, you eat it, and
Yeah.
then you just wait.
You know, like the mums get the. We're really straying off here.
And then
But
you
you know,
just take-
mums do the chicken pox parties. So the kids get chicken pox when they're young.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the tapeworm party. Everyone gets get the tapeworm and you lose weight. Job done. Who needs who needs the Ozempic?
And then at the end,
Yeah.
you just take a couple tablets and the tapeworm just comes out.
Job done.
So you're saying instead of getting Shannon Ponton or Michelle Bridges on The Biggest
That's a
Loser,
name I have not heard of in a long time.
You can go on there with your jar of tapeworms and go,
Yeah.
hey, fatty,
Yep.
eat this.
Yep.
I wonder what
Wait
Shannon,
6
What's
months.
Shannon doing now?
what is Shannon Ponton
That's exactly
doing
what I was
now?
wondering. Billy, what's Shannon Ponton doing
Call
these
it up,
days?
Billy.
Now, I know Michelle's a mum. She's married to Ed Cavalier.
Was he the commando?
No.
Because
No.
wasn't Michelle and commando?
No,
No.
maybe. But Ed, I think they were a thing. But she's now married to Ed. You know Ed Cavalier from
The comedian.
The comedian.
No.
Who's jacked? Have you seen him? Ed Cavalier
Yeah,
is jacked.
he is
Yep.
fit.
Yep, almost as jacked as
He was
Pistol.
a good looking bloke in his day.
I reckon
Shannon.
he's gone full right wing turn. I reckon he's like who's that dude, the chef guy, Pete Evans. I reckon he's gone full conspiracy cooker theory because that video of him in
You
the
reckon?
beanie, he looks like a cooker.
Nah, look, City to Surf, he's promoing.
Cure cancer
That's
ambassador.
8 weeks ago, too.
Cure cancer
okay.
ambassador. I'm pretty sure that's not full conspiracy theory.
Look at that chain though. Is that a shark tooth necklace?
They
Looks
look like
like,
those little
little-
shells.
I reckon he's living in Byron Bay.
And he's got a DJI microphone.
They're magnets. They're helping his neck muscles.
Oh, that's probably it too.
There it is. We found it. The magnets. All right. Well,
Shannon Ponton.
holy hell. have we
I
gone-
tell you what, he's looking all right for his age.
How did we get onto Shannon Ponton?
The tats have an age, I'll tell you
Because
that.
Morgan's going to become a Biggest Loser trainer, and all he does is feed him
Feed
tapeworms.
him tape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like the enhanced games, but different.
it really is.
Yeah, you could lose
Brilliant.
weight with sit-ups and runs and crunches and all this hard work, or you could take this tapeworm.
I'll take
Tim-
the- I'll
Tim
take the
Tapeworm.
Take the tapey.
Is that him in the middle on the quad?
No. That's about 3 Shannon Pontons.
Biovate, that's his brand, Biovate. I guarantee you he's doing supplements.
Oh,
He is 100% doing subs.
but this person, that's what they do.
Get on the subs. Can we have a look on Biovate? We are going way off track here. I apologise to everybody who's listening to this for their Cowboys update. Carsten, we are sorry.
Biovate.
For all your cowboy content needs and everything else.
Oh, he's on the peptides, even better.
Human optimization. This is full on enhanced games.
Yeah, we should do this as next week's Patreon, maybe.
What's a bit of it helps with weight loss, muscle health, injury repair, sexual health, and libido.
All right, I'm ordering some. Get me. click.
How do we order some of this?
How big a tub can you get it in? Can you get those 10-kilogram tubs they roll? You know,
Actually,
like
just
ASN?
get Paul Gallen on the phone.
Yeah, give him a buzz.
I can't-
Get on the shark.
Why are you-
Call the Sharkies.
As
Call the
if I've got
Sharkies.
his number on speed dial.
Wow, you've got the contacts. I'm sure someone you know knows him.
Pete has got the contacts. We were talking about this the other day, actually. Been a friend of mine. Pete has got all the contacts. Yeah.
Anyway,
Can we play a game? Can we play a game next week? We ring a random person out of Pete's phone.
I don't. Oh, one of his random contacts.
Just a random contact in Pete's phone.
because that's very close to the old Star
Dial
106 Dial a Day.
Dial a day.
They've got
Yeah.
150 odd days. They still haven't found
Are
one.
they still not?
They're
found
still
a
doing
day?
it.
Still haven't found a day.
No.
You imagine just ringing
Today
a
was
random
day
Pete contact.
144 and they got a Jess.
It'd be someone he met on a job site 12 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
This could be actual good content.
Yeah, could it though?
We'll
It
we'll
also
work on
could go
this.
very much the wrong way.
What's the word? We'll take this offline and we'll have a meeting. You're in that?
A powwow.
A powwow.
Yeah,
He-
blue sky
A
thinking.
palaver.
He would vet the contact before we were allowed to call it anyway.
That's true. There's a couple in his
He'd be
phone
like,
I'd like to call.
No,
No, can't anymore. not that one.
not that one.
Yeah, that'd be good fun. Yeah,
They won't answer. They won't answer.
someone do this. Someone do this.
All right.
Legally can't talk to that person.
Yeah.
Not
It'll be- It's like your one there. You'll have to find something like, you've got Rob and then Solar Rob or something. So
Yeah,
you'd be
Solar
like,
Rob. He is still Solar Rob.
Bazza from
Yeah.
Island Street that I
Yep.
did a light for or some shit like that.
Now I send him messages and I go, not Solar Rob.
Yeah, and legit, you come up Solar Rob store. I haven't
Yeah,
fixed it.
that sounds good. Round 15, Saturday, 14th of June, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. As much as we'd like to forget it, it was 1-10.
Oh, it was a rough game to sit through.
Actually, should have been 11 because Bostock dropped his 5th.
Yep.
And I was actually kind of hoping he got it. Because why not?
I was deaf right in the 60. I was sitting next to Pete. I had the pleasure of sitting next to Pete in the outer.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah, no, but I was pretty timid. We were just
You were timid.
We were talking just
We were just
general
having a yarn,
shop
having a
because,
yarn.
the game was on. I didn't
Yep.
realise until the next day
Mm.
they scored 58. I thought they were still on 40s because
Oh,
I was just
what?
because I was lost with just talking with Morgs because I'd forgotten about the game completely. There was no chance. So you and me were just yarning.
I
away.
kept saying, let's go 60. Let's go 60.
I was. Yeah. I wanted the 50 just to put us out of our misery.
Once you're all in, let's go all the way.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Tigers game a few years ago.
I think I remembered yelling out, let's bottom out. Let's hit the bottom. Let's hit the bottom.
Oh, we're not far off it, unfortunately.
Mind you, it was 16-4 with about a minute or so to go in the first half. And you go into the halftime sheds at 16-4. No, let's let them score a try right on the fucking buzzer. 22-4.
And then 3 minutes.
And then
into the
3
second
minutes
half.
into the second half. It's like, that's what happened with the Storm game the week before.
And they scored 2 minutes into the game. Like, we are so leaky.
Yeah. Like, you can't say that.
Mm.
All right, we were missing Bateman and Viliami Viella.
Yep.
We're missing, obviously, Cotter, Nanai, Robson, and Dearden. Do those 6 people make up 58 points?
I mean, potentially.
Potentially.
We fell apart at the end there. Like, we just fell apart. We were rebels.
Not just at the end.
Yeah, but
True.
Laybutt's still young, but he's a
My boy
proven
Derby.
centre.
My boy Derby's there.
Derby stunk it, unfortunately.
I'm still pro Derby. We had this discussion at the game.
Yeah.
I am long on Derby.
He had a shocker, and I don't like bad mouthing the players or anything, but you got to sometimes call a spade a spade. We had no medals at all. They were running through us like paper mache. Like, does Nanai and Cotter stop that rut?
At the end, they're passing to each other in our bloody try. Like,
Yeah, just to
just
keep
having
the
fun.
Herbie Farnworth try-scoring record going.
But you'd be spewing if you had Cody Nicarima anytime.
yeah.
But he got there in the end.
He did.
Yep.
What got me, though, was our attack. Just looked totally... I know our
Nothing.
defence has lacked for years now,
Slow and tired.
but the attack was just completely disjointed.
Yep.
Not just a little bit, completely.
It-
It looked like these players had never played together ever anywhere.
Mars had a bit of go forth, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean...
But no one could get the ball out.
I think he was the only old head left out there other than McLean.
pretty
But
much.
you have a look at that lineup there. You got Scott Drinkwater. He's had over 100 career games. Braden Burns has had something like 60 odd. Muzz Talung's had over 100. Jake Clifford's had over 50. Jordan McLean's played over 200. Carl Lawton, when he was at Manly, he's played over 60, 70 odd. Cohen Hess has played over 100. Sam McIntyre's up to almost 100.
But it looked like
Thomas McHaley's played 80 odd.
it looked like
So, like,
you
just-
came into my workplace and tried to do my job.
Yeah, that's
How it looked.
But how can you have, like, I just rattled off 8 players.
That's not a good example because it wouldn't be that hard.
The HOAs didn't help either. Like,
They
there was a
didn't.
lot of quick
They
quick
didn't,
turnaround.
especially when you lose your fullback and one of your halves
Yeah.
early on.
Yep.
That's going to make a bit of an issue. A genius that Duffy happened to be on the bench,
Yeah, so lucky.
yeah.
but then to lose him as well.
Yeah,
Straight
he
away.
just comes on and then, fuck yeah, Duffy's off. 2 minutes in, Duffy's off.
Oh, I didn't lose their fullback because one of them went fullback.
Yeah, they've replaced. He subbed in and then he went straight back off again.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
good, and he did what he could,
Hmm.
but there's only so much he can do. But even then, so the try that Muzz did score was brilliant, and
Yep.
you could see it came from the old heads. Like, yep, this is what we're going to do. Quick go short side.
Yeah.
Yep. Worked well.
McIntyre shaved off his locks. That's half the power gone.
That's the drama.
I couldn't even spot him ever.
He looked between him, Carl Lawton, and Cohen Hess. I didn't know who was who. They all had the same haircut.
Yeah.
I think Cohen Hess had the black wristband. That's the only way I could tell it was him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think,
Tough gig.
Tom McHaley needs to play a lot more minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's got
No,
Hey, surely you can.
I think it's time that,
He's
like,
not old.
there's a few stars there. Like, McLean played 38.
I think it also didn't help Tamalolo went down with half an hour before the game.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a shuffle.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
And then
all
he's
of a
out for
sudden-
weeks now, and it's going to be a long, slow recovery for him to come back in.
Re-injured calf.
Re-injured his calf, but because it's a re-injury, we're going to have to do it so slow now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, he's out for weeks now. I reckon we won't see him for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, probably. He used to heal quickly. Probably not anymore. He's
no.
Potentially
I
not.
know how much you love
Potentially not.
bagging the $10 million man.
No, I don't like bagging him. I'm just saying it's a lot of money for someone who doesn't play much.
It's got to the point now where it is a bit ridiculous.
But we can't offload him. We can't trade him. We can't offload him and get someone else to pay his wage because it's so expensive and no one
Could be
no one will
worse.
do it.
Could be Tom Trbojevic.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Like he's a forward who is replaceable.
Yeah. And look, when he plays, he's good.
Yeah.
Like he does make a difference to our game. He effectively makes us a better team. He just needs to be on the park more.
Everyone still sees him as that 75-minute player that has to do 300 metres. Now, you only have to look down the road at Josh Papali for the Raiders.
Yeah.
319 games. Yeah, he used to play a lot of big minutes, but now the last 2 seasons, he's coming off the bench and playing maybe 30 tops, but having so much impact with
Great
that 30.
impact. Yeah, great impact.
You know, like, utilise him that way.
Because we signed we signed him to a 10-year deal, didn't we?
Yeah, 2027.
See, I don't think almost any player should ever be signed to a 10-year deal in any sport.
You know what sucks at the end of 2027, eh?
What's that?
You lose your 44-cent solar rebate.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
that's
lost
true.
mine already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just about to get all my solar replaced, actually, because it's not working at all.
I know a solar guy. I'll give you his number.
Yeah, thanks for that.
No
no,
worries.
I've already got it booked in. Get
That's
my new stuff.
a goodie.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's pretty good.
You should try stand up on Wednesday nights
I'll
at
give it a
Molly's.
shot. Cole, let me know when you can get me up on stage.
Look, what was hard, I think, with this game was coming up with 3-2-1s.
That was difficult.
Yeah,
That was very.
I struggled, and I don't even think my 3-2-1s even justify.
Me either. Look, I'll go first.
Hang on, before you do, I do want to shout out Caden Lars though. Like for a young fella
yeah,
that came
debut.
on,
Yeah.
he was poking his head through. He was running with purpose. Like there's a bit there for him.
You expect that from your debut
Yeah.
kid who's had a massive lead up,
but
and whose
yeah.
dad was
Mm.
had huge impact.
Well, he was a New South Wales and Australian player, Tom.
Was he? Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So no pressure.
But-
Young fella.
You know, for a young fella on debut and he's coming in and, 58-4, like he didn't stop trying
He
for
bent the
the
line.
time he had. Yeah. And
He bent the line. He was nearly broke through a couple
a
of times.
few times, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I definitely noticed him. It's just a bit of a shame that his debut game is our worst loss at home ever.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was trying to
And
avoid
you
that
just-
stat.
So I had to pull the stat. Shout out to Rando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also with that, like, I don't know if there's unrest with playing group and coach or anything like that. Hopefully not. But
I know Muzz didn't look
Even-
real impressed. He had that look on his face that I saw on the broadcast where it was just absolute frustration. Like it was. Wasn't there another time in the game too where someone just kicked the ball completely away? That might have been Muzz as well.
Didn't see
I
that.
don't know.
No, okay.
You don't see as much when you're at the game sometimes.
Like after a
Yeah, a penalty got blown and they just booted the
Just
ball.
booted it.
Yeah, that was Muzz.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
They're just pure frustration. Just
Hmm.
surprised he didn't get in trouble for it.
It would
I
suck-
thought
it would
they
suck
were going to
losing.
ping us 10 metres for it
Yeah.
at least, but no, thankfully.
The ref probably looked at the scoreboard and went,
Fair enough.
they're already in the walls.
We're playing the mercy rule, but like I said, if there is a bit of unrest there, surely Jordan McLean's club 150th, Drinky's debut as captain game, you'd sort of rally up, wouldn't you?
Well,
Like you wouldn't just go, let's just play half-assed because we don't like the coach or something. Like it. Come on, 58 points.
You don't go out there to get
That's
embarrassed
terrible.
by that much. Like,
No.
surely you don't.
And not one professional athlete, regardless, goes out with the intention to tank or lose. Well,
It's like when the
Maybe.
journo
Well,
says, did you
well,
come to
at the
play?
time.
Like, did you turn up to play? Of course we came to play, but it just didn't work out for us.
yeah, but there's disjoint
Mm.
in the squad there. I don't know what they're.
you're right with the attacking as well. Ever since Purdue went to 5'8", it's as if they've lost it. Like
But there's no.
no one knows.
There seems to be no.
No one's driving the ship. No one knows what anyone's doing.
Well, that's it. And there's no cohesion in a play, in a tackle. But then there's no cohesion set to set either.
Yeah.
Also, there's no place.
There's no plan.
Let's just run the ball and take
Yeah.
a hit and
Let's
pass
get
it.
tackled in the corner on fifth.
That's
How
it.
about you dribble it into the end goal? Oh, but it might go dead. It might not. And if it doesn't go dead, trap them in. And if you don't trap them in, it's tackle one
We don't.
instead of handing it over to them.
We seem to have gotten rid of that whole grubber it into the back there
Yeah.
since Chad's days, even.
Oh, but,
Well, we
they,
just bomb
but
it
they'll
to
get,
Nano
they'll
when
get
he's
the
there.
drop kick restart. They might get it back. Well, yeah, you guys might get it as well.
Well, that's the other thing I don't understand. So, okay, you dribble it into end goal and you get seven tackles against you. but we'll give away how many set restarts?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
over and over again.
voluntarily.
Yeah.
Yep.
That logic doesn't make sense to me. Like you might as well just have a go.
Have
The ball
a go.
might sit up. They might fumble it, and
Yeah.
they're going to 30% of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So why not have it a go? Even if it's a dropout, you've got more of a chance of getting it back than just a handover, and which you know they're going to run through us.
I mean, and like I said, I'm that coach, but you would think instead of taking the ball to the line on the 5th for a crash play in the corner, get tackled, right? Oh, well, then the opposition starts their set there. If you put that onto boot, they trap it or whatever, and the other team grabs it, you're tackling them on tackle 1. So next tackle is 2
Yeah,
instead of.
yeah. I notice a lot of our grub kicks, even though when they do try it, it goes straight to a player anyway.
Yeah.
So they're not. It's like they're not practicing that.
They're not like, because Thurston and Bowen were the kings of grubbers.
Yeah.
And now it's as if we don't even know what a grubber looks like.
Here's a question for you guys: how many line breaks do you think we had, and how many did they have?
Oh God, they would have had
Just
150.
take a guess.
I'm going to go on a stab watching that. I think we might have had 2, maybe 3.
Bingo, we had 2.
We had 2.
How many did the Finns get?
Oh,
15.
58 points. I'm going to go with 17.
I got 11.
Close enough.
Yeah, we got cleaned up. We have no attack where we actually like.
And so that line break
through
then
it.
means your gas and petrol getting back
massively.
and everything else. So,
Yep.
Yeah, we kicked 2 grubbers in the whole game.
Tackle breaks 16,
Yeah, wow.
16 to 39 tackle breaks. Kick
Yeah.
return meters 51 to 233. I guess they had a lot more kick returns though.
Well, Drinky only had 15 or 20 kick return meters, or 28 or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Like that's unheard of. It should be 10 times that.
Yeah, it's rough. Offloads, you know, I mean offloads.
Drinkies.
We had 4. They had 20.
Yeah,
yeah, see, that's where you get it going.
Yep.
Bit of second phase play.
that kills us.
Drinky's definitely, he's out of sorts. I think he got fairly whacked in that Storm game. Like, I think there's reports of a sore ankle and a busted shoulder and stuff. And then he's gone out captain. That's awesome. Not his fault he gets HIA'd. So for the rest of the game, like he's already busted. And now he's also facing, like, I don't want to get clopped around the chops again.
That was a fair elbow to the face.
Yeah, that should have been binned
By the
straight
shortest
away.
player on the field, right?
Like how Nicarima didn't get binned for that.
Yeah.
And then
And
2
then
minutes,
2 minutes later.
they do get binned. But I mean, they should have had 2 in the bin straight.
Yeah, I was
on
watching
for
that game. And I was saying to the missus, I said, this is some of the grubbiest footy I've seen in a while. Like there was just shit going on all over the place. I said, someone's going to the bin soon. Like it has to. Like this is just, there is so much careless play happening here. And then sure enough, penalty.
Probably.
I'll make us binned and we still don't score and longer line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as soon as I seen that they got a player binned, I turned to her and I said, you watch, every single friggin' time we're playing 13 on 12, they score against us. It happens. It's happened more times this year than I'd like to admit. And
That was
bada bing, bada boom.
Jack Bostock's second of 4.
And against the run of play
And
too.
should have been 5.
Yeah.
Look,
Fumble
I'm
fingers.
I'm glad it was the Dolphins. Any other team, it would have annoyed me. But I was kind of, in the end, I was like, oh, just
That's Dolphins.
I'm happy.
Yeah, we got beaten by a fish. I'm not happy with that at all.
Damn fish crawled out of the ocean and got us. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get them out of the way so we can move on from this game that we all bloody love to hate.
Yeah, it's like that, isn't it?
This particular.
It's a
game, anyway.
relationship.
3 points. I gave 3 points to Muzz. Like I said, at least someone was trying. He just couldn't get him enough ball. Just couldn't get it out there. We just weren't passing enough. There was no jungle ball. We needed more jungle ball. They had
Yeah.
plenty of jungle ball.
Yep.
We had.
I'm
none at all.
a fan. I think that's what you do this week. Just, hey, Toddy, let's not train structures. Let's just let it sing.
Let us sing.
Just let it sing.
Kind of looked like we didn't train any structures this week, but that would be because it was 5, 6 different players on the field. 2 points, Jackson Perdue. He had to shuffle more than a casino croupier before auto shufflers were invented.
That's good.
That's a goodie.
That's a lot of
He
shuffling.
was all over the place.
Mm.
But and I think he did what he had to do. And, he wasn't the worst fullback.
No.
We've had worse.
Again, you lose
We've had
Drinky
better.
and Duff. Like you, 2 spine members. Now you,
Yeah.
and Duff just literally went on as well.
Yeah, so it's a double shuffle. And 1 point I gave to Jordan McLean. I gave it all for his 150th. Just a shame no one could go with him.
Mm.
Did any of you guys see the video the Cowboys put up with Jordan McLean for his 150th game?
No.
They asked him what makes him smile. but they asked all the other players, and they basically just said fishing or nothing. And then they asked Griffin Neem first, and he says, "Oh, I'm his roomie. I'm always trying to make him smile, but not real good at it." Rah, rah, rah. And then they get to Macca at the end, and I said, "Well, what makes you smile, Macca?" And he just said, "Yeah, Griff." You get on there and watch it. It's a pisser.
Excellent. Love it. Pistol.
Yeah, I went 3 points. Purdue. He was shuffling more than Red Foo in a party rock anthem.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Isn't he like a really good tennis player now?
I don't know.
Red Foo.
I doubt it.
Or the other one? No, legit.
Could be.
Yeah, I think he's like in the rankings.
2 points. I went Muzz. So Rob, you and me sort of switched with that. And 1 point. Again, this was tough, but I liked what I saw out of Duffy, and I know that's a bit of bias, but going in playing hooker, and I think he had 15 tackles, 1 miss. Tried to create a bit of option. I don't mind that rotation for the rest of the year. Robson, Duffy.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
All right.
And yes, he is Red Foo is good at tennis.
I was just looking at
just
that.
quickly
Just got
That
confirm.
doesn't necessarily mean he's good. He just made his professional tennis debut at the age of 49 at an ITF Men's World Tennis Tour event in Egypt.
He's
of
still
all places.
got in the comp. I mean, give him something.
Yeah,
The ITF tour is like one step below the
WTA.
WTA.
But
ITF is well famous.
Can you pay to play that, or do you have to be good?
You still have to qualify.
No, you'd still have to make
Ah,
a
okay,
cut.
all right.
Do you think it was played in Cairo?
Go world ranking. Find out his ranking number. Everyone's ranked.
If it was done in Egypt, you'd think it would have been played in Cairo.
He dated Victoria Azarenka
Really?
Oh.
It must be
For a
why he's
couple
good
of
at
years,
tennis.
and went to all the whole bunch of opens as a member of the player box. Member
There
of
you go.
her player box.
Even better.
Steph Curry's a gun golfer. Steph
Yeah, that's
Curry's
true.
been trying to make the cut for. Remember we backed him in.
Yes,
one
I think we
to make
did
the
actually.
Top 20
Yeah,
to make
that was
the
in your
cut.
studio.
And he came in like
Yeah.
22nd or something.
Good times.
God
Good
dang.
times.
Anyway,
All right.
1 point.
Yeah, I had Duff, man.
Very good. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, over to me. So I didn't write any notes down, so I'll just try and do it on the fly and make up something funny.
This will be good.
So, no, I went number 3. I went Muzz. Muzz, I think he...
You went number 3 for number 3.
Yeah, Muzz the 3 is basically just eating hot dogs out on the sideline waiting for someone to get him in the action. Number 2, I went McLean in the middle. I'm trying to think of something witty to say about him.
150th
150th game.
He gave it
and
his all.
Gave it his all. Engine room, yada, yada, yada.
It was the Macca's minute.
Macca's
for 30
minute.
For 38
And
minutes.
Number 1, I'll put in Kai O'Donnell or Purdue. So
Yeah.
you guys take your pick. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Kai's good.
Kai's good. I think Kai did good. I think I'm leaning towards Purdue, though. I think Kai had a few missed tackles, and Purdue, I think, probably was a little bit better in defense. So if I have to pick one, I'll probably go Purdue, but I think both equally Kai or Purdue.
And that's fair. That is very fair.
Just the
looking up-
best I could do, guys.
Purdue.
What else can you do? We made 347 tackles in total. They made 302, but they only missed 16. We missed 40.
That's a lot of missed tackles.
And ineffective tackles, 5 for them, 32 for us.
That's a horror show.
That's Uchi wow.
So that's, I don't know, does an ineffective tackle become a miss? What's an ineffective where you slow them down and then, or you grab them and then fall off, or is that a missed tackle?
Hendo.
Don't know.
Hendo, what's the difference there?
Stats man?
Yeah, I don't know, but 72 versus 21. You're never going to win. But
It's not pretty.
it didn't look good. Didn't look good at all.
We were under the pump.
But in saying that, 58 points, the shining light here is
There's
the
a lot.
Cowboys will be the first team to win the comp after conceding 50 in a year.
Old Pete takes a photo with 20 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure you said something along the lines of, we're just capturing the moment that we were here when the Cowboys came back to win the game. And then about a minute later, they crossed the line. And I'm like, that didn't age well, Pete. Just delete that photo.
Thanks for that. Poor old Rando had to put up the 50 and can't win the comp stat.
And it said,
Yeah.
even said, sorry, Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
It was, no one else has had a sorry. So
Yeah,
we should feel very privileged for that.
we should. Sunday the 22nd for round 16.
Yeah, that's when we did it too, Morgan.
Yeah, the Cowboys are flying down to Allianz Stadium
Yeah,
in
it's a good
Sydney to take on the Roosters. At 4:05 on Sunday. What a Sunday afternoon game. Does it get any better than that? It's a Channel 9 game at least.
Can I cut in?
You can cut out. Or in.
A missed tackle occurs when a defensive player attempts to tackle an opponent but fails to bring them to the ground or stop their progress.
Okay.
An ineffective tackle is a tackle attempt where the defensive player makes contact but the ball carrier is still able to offload the ball to a teammate before being brought down. So a missed tackle is a complete failure, while an ineffective tackle doesn't prevent the attacking team from maintaining possession.
So it's basically an offload is an ineffective
Pretty
tackle.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
Yep. Whereas a miss is just a complete fresh error.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right. Either way, you don't want them.
No, I'd say probably not.
Anyway, the Roosters on Sunday. You would think, given that we've got some extra turnaround after State of Origin on this Wednesday, tonight, as you listen to this.
Very true. Queensland just scored.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, yeah, let's go.
Robert Toy is in the corner.
Hey.
You would think most of our players will back up, provided they are healthy.
I think they have to.
Yeah, oh God, I hope
Like,
they do.
I think it's there's no option. Like it's after last week's schmozzle, you need to back up and come and play for the Cowboys. And
I don't think that'll be a drama for the likes of, say, Dearden or even Cotter or even Robson.
No. He's pretty fit.
Should. Yeah. You would only think, depends how bashed up they get.
Stats are always made to be broken. Cowboys can still win the comp,
Of course they can.
but they have to start winning the next 6 games straight. So we need this on Sunday.
We just need defense. If I was going to pick one thing we need to fix, it's defense.
Now, the two
Should they
previous...
play in their defense jersey
That's not
this
a
week
bad idea.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
rest of the year?
Yeah,
Yes.
anything works. Stop
Yes.
shaving, play in a defense jersey, eat only breakfast. I don't care.
Same jocks. Don't shave your hair.
Yep.
Keep
no,
your mustache.
No intimate relations before the game.
I want to see them adopt.
abstinence.
They're in a position that the Crocs found themselves in that time when they grew the beards.
Yeah, that was good.
Can we get the Cowboys just growing the beards until we can't win it?
I love a fad.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
A what? A fad.
A fad.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, I heard what you heard.
Pete started. Pete started. He's growing a beard out.
Yeah, we noticed. So the two previous meetings with the Roosters, we've only played them twice in the last 2 years.
That's not many, if any.
If any.
Uh,
How many can rock a show like this?
2nd of June 2024, we beat them 18-16. It was an away game. Sunday, the 7th of May 2023, 20 points to 6. Also an
that
away
was
game.
that magic round.
Ooh,
That was in the
away game.
rain.
Yeah.
That was where Morgie and me were in the rain that day.
That's where Trent ran away
Oh, yeah.
and
He
changed his
souped
shirt.
it
Do you
out.
remember that?
Yeah.
And back to his hotel.
Was that the hail before the game?
It was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Was that
Down at
23? God, that's
North
good.
Canterbury.
We look around and old Trent's bailed on
Old
us.
Trent's bailed out.
Yeah, so this could be...
What a puss.
Good times.
Oh,
Good
Trent.
times.
Oh, it's just a wet one. Fuck him.
So anyway, Roosters, we don't know what the team will look like. I dare say everyone will back up and they'll be playing anyway. But
Who's getting dropped?
Well, there's 6
everyone from-
there's 6 coming back in.
It's got to go.
6
everyone
six
who
are coming
played,
back
everyone
in.
who played this week,
If
week,
you
but
touched
didn't
the
play
ball, you dropped.
But do you reckon that they play Duffy next Origin week instead of Clifford?
Well, I don't know
No,
about
I
that.
don't know.
Clifford's
yeah.
still got the boot that we need,
Yeah.
and I'm still not convinced that he shouldn't be playing. I think he should still be 7.
I'm pro Cliffo playing, but I'm also pro Derby. Keep Derby in. I'm long on Derby.
Derby's he's just young.
He's just young.
He's a bit hot and cold.
But he can be hot. When he's hot, he's hot.
I noticed Braden Burns was very quiet,
I like Brandon Burns. I'm a Burns fan.
but he was playing centre, not wing.
Yeah, I think Burns is valuable to us.
I think he was.
Yep.
But do you put Vilea straight back in?
Yeah, he comes in, yeah, for sure.
VV?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
VVX Laxman.
Yeah,
VV.
exactly. I guess we'll find out
Slacksman.
tomorrow night. That's
333.
Cowboys versus Roosters on at 4:05 p.m.
Trent had to change his shirt.
Let's hope that that one goes well. And before that is Queensland State of Origin. It's not Queensland.
Good times. Oh dear.
Oh,
We're looking
bear
around.
with us, listeners.
I'm pretty sure.
Inside
I'm pretty
joke.
sure it's his shout too. By the way. Look around.
Yeah.
Gone. Just smoke. Just dust.
I'm not standing here in the rain. I'm going home.
Shout out, Trent.
Thanks for sponsoring the show.
Wednesday the 18th at 8:05 p.m. The Maroons taking on the Blues. Optus Stadium in Perth. Neutral ground, some may say. The Queensland squad, Kalen Ponga, Xavier Coates, Robert Toya, Val Holmes, Hamaso, Tabuai Fido, Cameron Munster as captain. Tom Dearden in the 7.
Yeah, boy.
I said this after game 1. I said it straight away. Mo Fodawaker, Harry Grant, Tino Fasua Malawi, Ruben Cotter, Kurt Capewell, Trent Loero, Kurt Mann, Lindsay Collins, Jeremiah Nano, Patrick Carrigan, and Hezra Mam, 18th man. I don't know how he got in the squad, but there he is.
Look, he served his time as per the NRL, but no.
But he's not in form.
No. And it's such a sacred jersey. Like with all the controversy, Patty, maybe just next year. I don't know what you were thinking,
It's
Bill.
a bad look. Anyway, the Blues, Dylan Edwards, Brian
not you.
Toplow, Stephen Crichton, Latrell Mitchell, Zach Lomax, Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary, Max King, Reece Robson, Payne Huss, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Hudson Young, and Stefano Otoikamanu.
Do you think Leniu and Mam get on the ground at the same time?
Yep.
Maybe.
I'll
Yep.
just leave that there.
Yeah, why not?
Mm.
Except Man won't play.
Yeah, and Lenia would fine him out.
Yeah, but if Mam gets on the ground at the same time, that could be interesting.
It could be. It could be interesting.
Here's a stat that I read before from the great Rando. The 2 players missing from the Blues from game 1 are Mitchell Moses and Mitchell Barnett.
Yes.
And the 2 to come in for the Queenslanders are Kurt Capewell and Kurt Mann. So they've lost 2 Mitchells and we get 2 Kurts.
Kurt's greater than Mitchell.
That might be just what we needed.
I've always said you need a Kurt in your team.
You need a good Kurt.
It's always nice to have a Kurt.
It's a very
always good to
Queensland
have a
name too.
Kurt. Yeah.
It'd be good if there was a foam padded hat out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And some long hair. Who does
Tino.
Oh, we got Carrigan.
Tino.
Tino
Carrigan.
And Rubes has got the mullet.
Yeah.
Munsters looks like he's trying to get
Nano's
into the
got the
long hair
rat's
team.
tail. No.
Yeah, and I think Pat Carrigan shaved his head though.
Oh,
Kurt's the name of a doer. Just rolls the sleeves up.
By the way, also you said neutral territory. I think WA's got more in common than Queensland and New South Wales.
I think they
We're both
generally get behind Queensland.
mining states. We're out back. We're trucking. We're heavy hauling. We're in the high vis.
We're not latte sipping.
We're not latte
Band-Aid
sipping,
boost,
left
woofers.
voting,
Yeah.
bloody almond milk drinking, inner city latte, Tesla driving.
Yeah.
You know.
Can't stand in the rain.
Can't stand in the rain.
Speaking of Tesla drivers, exactly right, my friend. Exactly right. So I reckon we're in warm territory here. We're among friends.
I've got nothing wrong with Optus Stadium personally.
No, good stadium.
It's a good ground,
Yeah.
home ground for my AFL team.
Yeah.
How's that going well?
Yeah, that's
Is it
going real well.
Working well for
It's
us.
dead freaking
It's
last.
the only good thing that's happening in Perth
Twice.
for their teams is the Scorchers.
Yes, yeah, unfortunately, but is what it is.
Yeah, look,
Queensland.
this is where we want to be. Queensland's already been written off. We're going to get swept this series.
Yeah, this is our
the
favourite
Blues
place.
The Blues have already won. They've already lifted the shield, so they say.
They're carrying on like it anyway.
Yeah, it's when we win on Wednesday night, it is going to just make it all the better.
Could you say we have our backs against the wall?
We've definitely got the backs to the
That's
wall.
where we like to be.
We're in the trenches.
We're
Our
in the
sleeves
trenches.
are rolled up.
Better
What's-
together.
It's Tommy Dearden at halfback, and it's up against
Big
Luai.
Coventry.
Luai Cleary.
4814.
Our Luai Cleary combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the last 4 games, another rando stat, the Luai Cleary, they've only won 1 in the last 4
And not at Optus.
and not at Optus.
No.
True.
So that bodes well for us. But their backline looks very strong.
There's some big boys.
Yeah, but let them be strong. Valentine's not in form, but geez, he's like a gagai. He'll dust Mitchell. Hammer's got speed to burn. We got Munster in the 6th with a new bag of tricks.
Here he is.
We-
Yeah, that's where it is.
We got to contain Lomax, I reckon. That's a big one.
So what do you reckon
Yeah.
if Queensland don't win this series? What do you reckon happens to Billy?
Oh, I think he goes around again.
He goes
next
around
year
again. He's
if
done
he-
well.
If he
He-
wants it.
He has to, right?
Yeah. If
We
he
got the
wants
super
it.
crew in there.
I mean, because it's not like a lot of people are saying. We had the beauty of being able to pick from people who became immortals for
Yeah.
so many years, and now our cattle isn't the best paddock, but then their paddock's looking really good. So it's almost like they've got an easy headache where we've got a tough headache.
And they were all carrying on. Why has Carrigan dropped to the bench? And why is Liero starting? And this and that. If we're in the arm wrestle and say it's tight, it's 0-0 or it's 1 try down or whatever, and you get Carrigan coming on after 20 instead of doing all the hard work straight up, like that is a good go forward.
Yeah, it should be a big heap of impact. A bit like how we were using Nano for a bit there.
Yeah, and now Nano's coming off the bench. Like, so Capewell can tackle and do all his things and be the hard grit. Nano just come on and run with purpose.
I don't think like even if Billy isn't head coach. I mean, again, really, he's just man managing because you've still got Cam Smith.
No, he's
And
not.
Lockyer.
He's not in it.
Is he not
Smith's
in there?
not in
JT.
there.
Okay, well, JT's definitely in there.
Yeah.
You got the whole crew.
So it's not like
One in
it's
all.
all him.
Better together. Tougher as well.
Stronger together.
Stronger together.
Believe for them.
Leave them alone.
But this is the Blue Series this is where they can seriously start. They're talking dynasties already after one game. Like, I'm
Steady
off
on.
it.
That's what
Steady
they always
up.
do.
Steady up.
They did it 2 years ago.
Yep.
They were talking dynasty. Oh yeah, we're back. It's now our turn for the 8 straight dynasty.
Mm.
And I think they lost that series.
I would have liked to have seen Horsburgh start instead of Fodawaker. Just have that red blood nut just
Yeah.
firing up.
Nah. I like Mo out there to start. That's just me.
And I know he's retired
I know what you mean.
from rep, but a Papali call-up wouldn't have gone astray.
Nah.
I'd back that in.
No.
He can kick. He can convert for us.
I still like that time he chased down
Yeah.
Hoggity.
Fogarty. Yeah.
Yeah, he moved.
That was brilliant.
He's a big boy.
Klein's the ref. All right. Let's see how he decides this game.
Oh, Sutton.
Who? Klein.
Yeah.
Then you got a Sutton on the edge.
Yeah, got a Sutton out on
The
the
Blues
wing.
don't have a coach on here.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Anyway,
Anyway,
tonight, as you listen to this, game
Yes.
2, out in Perth, State of Origin. We'll be watching. Actually, I believe I'll be dialing into the ET stand.
Oh, really?
They do
Oh,
a
right.
live watch and commentate, or not really commentate, but just comments on the show. And I've been invited to sit with them at
Nice.
some point for 20 minutes or so, sit in on their pod. So we'll see. It's going to be tricky.
Do they realise what you like when you're watching a game?
Yeah, that's what I told them.
Are you having drinks?
Towards-
Because
nah.
you say you don't drink. Oh, you got GM Thursday.
Yeah, I'm definitely not drinking this one.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
what a stitch up.
Yeah,
it's a bit rude.
Absolute stitch up.
Bit rude.
That's
So,
the old trick to make sure everyone turns up at work,
I
right?
told them I've got to be in at the start of the game because
Yeah.
towards the end of the game I could be really happy or really belligerent.
Good point.
So yeah, get me at the start when I'm optimistic.
I still stick with my tradition with Origin and just cut the 4X Gold stubbies only.
Stubs.
Stubbies, yep.
Yeah, right.
I put 3 6-packs on ice in an esky and just by the end of the night,
That seems odd.
There's
3
a-
6-packs.
yep, just 18.
Just 18.
Just a quiet 18.
And there's usually anywhere from 2 to 4 left over at the full-time mark.
And if you're
And if
listening to
Queens
this, Pete's boss, that's why he's not come to work on Thursday morning.
No.
And everyone, please drink responsibly ever.
No, because you're only having goldies. And,
That's only goldies.
and if
Yeah, but you're
Queens
having 18 in 80
Nah,
minutes.
no,
It's only
you haven't
18
maybe-
drinks.
you might
18,
have-
19.
I've slowed up in my age.
All right.
I think game 1 I had 12.
Yeah, okay. In
Yeah.
80 minutes.
I'm still having a crack.
Yeah. maybe 1 or 2 before kickoff.
Maybe a red after.
But
Little
then if
bottle.
Queensland win, that's why you always have 18 because then you've got some
Treats.
to watch the
Celebratory.
interviews and everything. But in game 1, when it was done, it was like TV off, teeth brushed, in bed, 10:30,
Yep.
done.
Done.
Maybe it's lucky that it does start at 8:05. If it started much earlier, you'd be absolutely carcass.
Yeah.
Or cactus.
maybe.
I should say.
Bit of both. Carcass some nights. Carcass, sure.
He is a carcass. I have seen Pete as a carcass. Ain't
Yes.
pretty.
Well, Queenslander. And that's all Spotify lets us play. We can't do any more than that.
Yeah.
Rude.
Pricks. It's very rude.
That's Spotify for you. Like, they're hitting a lot of podcasts.
Really? For
Yeah,
whacking people?
I've heard a lot of podcasts have had to can their music.
Well, it's been a bit of a free-for-all for a while out there in the podcast world. It's Wild West.
But who was getting hurt by it?
No one.
Like, even if we had to pay royalties for that,
Yeah, you
it wouldn't have been a lot.
You should pay as much royalties as what Spotify pays the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fractions of a cent.
That's right.
Corporate fat cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
play.
saw a video of Snoop Dogg, and he said he got his billionth stream, and it was worth 45 grand.
Yeah.
So yeah, do the maths, and it's not a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And someone's making money, and it certainly is not us.
No, they got to pay Joe Rogan that packet.
Yeah, that's it. And Meghan Markle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, don't bring her
What's
up.
she doing?
Didn't she have a podcast? Her and
I
Harry?
can't stand her.
No, me either. But didn't they have...
Yeah.
I didn't even like her in Suits.
They signed some big deal. I mean, they basically produce no content. No one cares. And just piss off.
Yeah, I think the
Jim's
sooner,
on.
the sooner Harry gets out of
And
that...
she broke up the royal family, which really grinds my gears as an Englishman.
I don't even care.
Don't get
about
me
that.
started.
The
on
royal
that.
family already had
get
fracks
me
and cracks
started.
already happening.
Yeah,
So,
I don't care about that, but I just... Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
move on with
She's a
yourself.
devil woman.
Pistols Multi, brought to you by Fusion Network.
Now, have we had a change to the multi? Because I see an anytime try scorer in there.
Yeah.
So over to you, Pete, to explain this one.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's a few extras in this one.
Yeah, I sought purchase.
Okay.
So I'm just going a little lazy four-legger, and it's origin related only because there's no team list out. I was thinking of doing a try scorer smoothie this week where you just pick a try scorer from each game and hope like hell that comes off. But team list don't come out until Tuesday because we're meant to be doing puppy training, right, Rob?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Couldn't get in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right.
Until
There you go.
yeah.
How convenient.
So we're just going easy. Hammer, Val, Rob Toyer, Queensland to win. It's paying $32.75 to 1, so $20 on that's $665.50 off the top of the dome. I've got a $25 bonus bet on it, so it's $793.75 for this boy playing along at home.
Oh, so you're not putting any actual money on it. You're using a bonus bet,
Which
which is a bet that failed to begin with.
no, it was
Pete's got a lot of bonus
the-
bets to use.
before the weekend deposit. We will match 200% of your deposit.
Really?
Yeah.
On that bookie?
Yep.
I didn't know they still did them.
So I put 100 in and got
You
200 in
don't
bonus
get 'em.
bets.
No, I don't get shit anymore.
And then I split them up into 825s.
Oh, well, good for you. Good
Oh,
for you.
very smart.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. Well, let's hope this one comes off. 'Cause
We need it.
we could do with a win.
We got a speeding fine last week. We need it.
Oh, no.
I stand by it. If you don't have kids,
Hmm.
you should not get fined for being over 40 in a school zone.
No, well, there's a legit problem here because I don't have kids either. Now, I won't speed in the school zone unlike old
Well, I
Rebel
was
Pistol.
doing 55.
These both have
So it's not
watches
like I
attached
was
to your wrist,
really
by the way.
What
speeding.
grinds my gears is I don't know when it's school or not. So I'm always doing 40.
You know when the lights are
And
flashing?
everyone else, no, well, they don't have flashing lights. So if you're
Where?
in it,
They all
There's
have
a-
flashing
name them.
lights.
I'll list them out for you. So then
Look
what
at the-
happens?
look at the times.
Then what happens? But no, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
the
you
time. It's
get-
the dates.
and
Because
you
there'll be
get
someone
laxy
behind me who
daisied
knows
or-
it's not school holidays. I'm doing 40. They're getting cranky because they
Stuff
know
'em.
they can do 60.
Stuff them.
I'm doing 40 all year round.
Do it.
Christmas holidays, I'm doing 40.
Go for it.
Christmas Day, I'm doing 40.
You'd be in front of me. You would.
Simple as that.
It's not hard to know when it's on.
Yeah.
It is for a guy without kids.
Yeah, well, that thing in front of you, that Apple piece of whatever,
Yeah.
you know, it's got a thing called a calendar.
Doesn't help. No, that's all. That's all I'm saying. We'll save this for later.
I don't have kids either, but I've never got a speeding fine in a school zone, have I?
No, nor have I because I go 40
You'd want to now because they put speed cameras
I know.
in the signposts.
in the signs. Yeah, dogs.
They've got one out the front of
Yep.
Calvary.
Yep. And I got one out at Anoomba, by the way, as
Yeah.
well. I think I saw
That's
a couple
where I
others.
got done. at
Oh,
the
really?
end, yeah.
You were speeding in the schools. You deserve it.
No,
Think
because I
about the
was.
kids.
Because
Oh, you do deserve it.
I was
That's
Bluetooth.
disgusting.
there,
I don't-
but There's
I don't-
no one around, and you know you got 1,000 things on your mind. You go into this job. You're on the phone, hands free, and
That's
you-
exactly.
Oh, so you're on the phone as well.
That's exactly why you should be doing 40.
He's on the phone and he's
Well,
speeding
I
in the
was
school
doing
zone.
55. There's not much difference from 55 to 40.
Ouch.
Well,
Oh,
Throw the book at you.
Yeah.
Do
I
you-
could understand if I was doing 70 or 80 or something, but I
Yeah,
was
but that's
still
but
below
it's but it's
60.
50.
do you want the stats?
Yeah.
The speed limit's 50 there
Ah, 60.
Yes, exactly.
on an Uber road.
Yeah, it's 60.
I would have thrown a book here.
I
'Cause
think,
that's where,
I think
that's
it
where our
is.
workshop is.
Well, that's good. 15
Yeah.
over too. Good.
Mm.
Yeah,
Suck
that's a
it
good
up.
amount. Yeah, that's good.
Mm.
Double points.
Maybe we'll
points.
learn from it.
Might as well be.
Maybe we'll learn.
Yeah, look, I've got pay to do the crime, but what I'd like to know is all these youth crims that speed and steal cars and everything, they don't pay fines. So
Oh, well,
target
that's the
hard
same.
workers.
They don't do time.
That's
either.
the same.
Yeah, but I don't do it anytime.
Mm.
Anyway, that's the multi. Thanks, Fusion Networks.
You're welcome. I actually put on a different multi. I did Queensland, Hammer, and Val Holmes. Anytime try scorer. I have
Ooh.
not got Robbo in there.
Different Robbo.
Different Robbo. I just wanted to say Robbo.
Don't say Robbo. That's
Right.
Reece Robson,
Roberto.
the Toya.
Yeah. So hopefully I get up, and hopefully then
I think yours is paying 11.
Robert
ones.
scores.
Yeah, 11s. I think I saw.
Yeah, it's paying 11.25, which brings it to 225 potential returns on a. Hang on, did I do 10?
It's got more chance.
$20. $20.
Definitely. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a bit of a better bet. Just
Absolutely.
quietly.
Easily.
Just quietly.
Easily. Tipping comp, footytips.com.au. If you want to join in, you can search for On the Ranch, and then the password is GOAT. It's only for those of you listening. The main competition, Reggie Bacon is out in front on 79 points. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the right one. And I am. Am I? Yes, I am. It's 79 points for Reggie Bacon in second place. Kirky and BJK. I don't think that's changed from last week. Not too much. They're on 78, those guys. Cal is on 77 points. Flopster 77 is on 76 points. I'm saying too many numbers. I can't keep up. On 75 points, the Irk in sixth spot. And then we've got Golden Point Sucks, NBE Sports Fan, Mr. T and the Crazy One, and Townsville Man. And Sweeney on the Wing, rounding out your top 11, actually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're on 74 points. Just scrolling down a little bit here now. Pistol Blazing Two Guns used to be up there somewhere. I swear it used to be top 10.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what happened there?
Couple of bad beats.
Yeah, a couple of bad beats. That's what it is. On 70 points, look, you're not too far out of it, but you're in 19th spot.
Yeah, but look at all the ones that are ahead of me. They've all had 2s or 3 jokers. I've got a strategy.
Not all
here.
the ones. The three ahead of you have only used one joker as well.
Yeah, well,
And a
when
couple of
they-
ones up there.
Yeah, and they'll use their joker and stink it up. So that's where I'll be all right.
First person not to use a joker on 68 points, Catastrophe. Our good friend
Ooh.
Count.
Oh,
Yeah, has not used a joker yet. And then Amelia on 67 points, 1 point behind there in 28th spot. So as soon as they start using jokers,
Tell you what, that is very high for a cat not to have a joker on. That is prime position to swoop into the top 10 easily.
well, pretty much. And, you have a good week.
Mm.
So if you average 4, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
You catch up 4 points, that would rocket her up into almost the top 10.
That's impressive because I haven't used any either, but I'm down in like 77 or something.
Yeah, well, I'm in 48.
it's because you suck.
I'm on
Yeah.
65 points.
I'm stinking it up.
Stinking
What
it
a
up.
bird.
Now, we have to go over onto page 2 to find, Swiss Cowboys at 51. Red Hot Richie's in 55th. And these are people who used to be up the top all the time. The Potato is in 67th. We've got one here called the Coventry Family.
Oh, well, then.
Really?
So your whole family is betting against you here.
I bet you're there, the long pocket family.
I have a feeling it might be. Fusion Morgan in 77th.
That's respectable.
And right behind in 78th, Morgan is my hero.
Shout out.
Oh,
Shout out.
look.
My number one.
there goes my hero.
Oh, Morgie's been doing all right lately. 6'6".
Yeah, sixes.
He's
Yeah,
He's up there.
We're coming along.
He's up there. Cowboy Chicken in 80th.
Yeah, tipping 2. Broke my cardinal rule on the weekend against Manly.
Did
Against
you go, Manly?
Yeah, well, I thought about it and I went, well, DCE will be friggin' ripping the skin off that ball because he's going to have the shits that he's not playing Origin. And as I backed the Titans on the show. And I was thinking about it all week and I went, nah, this is, and that's it. I'm
Changed.
never changing tips again and never tipping Manly again.
See, that's where you went
So,
wrong.
That's it.
yeah.
On-
So stuff the Broncos, stuff Manly,
I
stuff the
agree.
Roosters.
Yeah, the Broncos screwed us this week, that too. OTR subscribers, our exclusive Patreon tipping comp subscription. Tipping comp? I think I just said that twice. Hawk for life, out in front, 71 points.
Good margin too, 200.
Now, Pistol Blazing Two Guns was at the top of this one, has now dropped
Was.
to third.
Hmm.
Well, equal third.
Yeah, but the
Co-
Knights got robbed. Give me a point there. Take one off Hawk for life.
No,
And
that's not how it works.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's not how it works.
That's
and the
not how it
Dragons
works.
got robbed. Like,
Now, Valentine Fly Homes, also on 70 points, margin of 221. Your margin, Pistol, is 220.
yeah,
So Hendo
just means Hendo's shit at margin picking.
is right on your tail. I'm looking forward to how this one plays out. Hawk for Life, Cuddy O'Hara, Pistol Blazing Two Guns, Valentine Fly Homes, and Catastrophe are our top 5.
Hendo got lucky there in round 13. Like, look at his form. 3, 3, 3, 1, then tips are perfect.
Wasn't that the upset round where everyone was getting 1s and 2s, and he ends up with 8.
Yeah, no, look, everyone was getting 6s and 5s in that
Yeah,
round.
it must have been the one
Yeah.
before. Yeah, it was the one before
Even
where
Pistol
there's
Blazing
1s
got
and 0s.
5.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, all right. Well, let's move on to the new round. It's round 16. Kicks off Friday night, Campbelltown Stadium, 8 p.m. West Tigers, 320. Raiders are $1.35. I'm going to go the Raiders. The potato has gone the Tigers. Who knows? Pistol
I got on Raiders by 22.
by 22. Geez, I haven't put a margin. I'll go by 10. No, I'll go by 12. Okay. Bill.
Yeah, I'll go copycat on you. Get the Green Machine by 12.
All right, I like it. Morgan.
Yeah, I'm the same. Green Machine by 12 points as well.
Saturday, 21st, 3 p.m. Go Media Stadium, New Zealand Warriors. $1.25. The Panthers are $4. And so they should be. I'm going the Warriors here. The potato has picked the Warriors. Peter.
Up the wires, buddy. Up the wires.
Bill.
Up the wires.
Morgan.
Well, it's for me.
5:30 p.m. HBF Park. The Dolphins $1.30. The Knights $3.50. The Dolphins, having now scored 158 odd points across 3 games and had 18 scored against them. They're doing something right.
They're wearing the attack jersey and defense jersey. It's like a half sewn
Yeah.
one.
What's the attack jersey look like? I'm curious. The potato has gone the Knights. Pistol.
I have gone fins up.
Fins up.
Yep, fins up.
Well, look, I'm going fins up too, but what about the theory about the team who plays us loses the next week?
Yeah, but they're versing the Knights.
I don't
Don't
think
reckon
I
this
don't think
time?
it applies here.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
think there's a sign there, man.
All right.
Tell you what, though, if Knights get up,
Then that's a
then
thing.
we are.
That's a lock.
We are
It's
pushing
certainly
that one.
yeah.
Actually, Rando, do a little research there. How do teams go after they play the Cowboys? What's the winning percentage of
In
teams
Townsville.
after they play the Cowboys in Townsville?
Yep.
The winning percentage of teams. Yeah.
Because it's
The
so
following
tiring to
week.
play here, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
They
Must be.
always look so tired playing us.
Or what's the overall for and against?
Yeah.
Because they might still win, but by how much?
Got to beat the spread.
7:35 p.m. Accor Stadium on Saturday. The Rabbits $3.75. The Storm are $1.27. I'm going the Storm. The Potatoes gone the Rabbits. Peter.
I've gone Storm as well.
True. Morgan. Peter. Billy.
Wow, you
No,
were so
no,
right.
I'm all over the place.
I just have to do the.
Surprised you didn't say
give,
Rob.
give us a Storm at Accor Stadium.
Oh,
Morgan.
this is a Category 5 storm warning.
Okay.
Can we get the bureau mood? You know, a brr. You know, a
Oh, the cyclone
cyclone
warning.
warning.
No, I got no idea.
This is it. This is it.
All
This
right.
is right here.
Sunday, 2 p.m. Suncorp Stadium. What? The Broncos are $1.53. The Sharks are $2.50. I'm going the Sharks. Stuff the Broncos. The Potato has also gone the Sharks. Peter.
I too have gone the Sharks.
Bill.
Yep, the other type of fins up.
Yes, the wrong fin. That's Morgan,
Sharks.
like it. 4:05 p.m. Allianz Roosters $1.44. Cowboys $2.80. You gonna? I'm going the Roosters. The Potatoes pick the Roosters.
Wow.
I can't after last week.
Nah, that's good for us, Bill, because we'll get points back on these. I hope everyone else goes Roosters too, because this is where you're going to fail and fail miserably, you bunch of cucks. Give me the Cowboys.
Bill.
Yeah, this is the Pete and Billy climb.
Yeah. This is our alliance.
This is the Cowboys' game to win.
We
It's theirs to lose, but they're going to win.
We
Give us the
stand
Cowboys.
strong. Yeah, we stand strong, Bill. Cows all the way.
Morgan.
You're me, Rob.
Morgan.
Yeah, we're right.
Yeah, look-
You said cucks, eh? You two are both cucks.
You know, you can pick a rooster up and just pull its head straight out of its spine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win the comp.
Oh, yeah. How's that going for you on page 2?
We are slow and steady. It's have you ever had the turtle in the hair?
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is where you fall further behind.
6:15 p.m. Combank Stadium. Eels $2.05. Titans $1.77. This is last versus second last. This is going to be a quality game. I don't care who you are, where you're from. I'm going the Eels just because it's Combank. The Potatoes gone the Titans. Peter.
Mate, just like our good friend Prometheus, the Titan, we will be going Titans, giving fire to the guys on the Gold Coast.
There's a whole lot of words there. Bill.
Yeah, tits up.
That's much better. Morgan.
If Manly is the most irrelevant team in the comp, then Titans have to be second because they suck. They're just such a boring team. I'm going the Eels.
Oh, Billy and Pistol Climb.
The boys this week, the Bulldogs, the Dragons, and Manly. Speaking of...
Don't the Bulldogs just have a bye?
yeah, they'll get another one. The bye system is messed up.
So they've had their 3 now.
Yeah, I think so. Well, they will have after this week.
But doggies have a lot of drinking to do.
Who let the dogs? Anyway, that's tipping for NRL round 16. It'll be all over and done.
What do you
with.
guys reckon would be the game of the round?
Game of the round?
Yeah, I reckon that first one. I reckon Raiders and Tigers, I reckon it's going to be a wild card.
Warriors and Panthers could go either way. Well,
Cowboys, Roosters.
The Waz,
Yeah, I
actually,
think so.
Broncos Sharks could be half decent.
Bronx Sharks could be okay.
Too. Eels Titans could be good, but in a bad way because it's a
Yeah.
spoon bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to see equivalent skill levels matched up.
Yeah, matched up. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Rabbits could surprise Melbourne.
What I do like,
Nah, probably
though,
not.
No, probably not.
Origin Wednesday, obviously. And
Obviously.
it's 7 games. 3 Saturday, 3 Sunday. How good. 1 Friday night. I'm with Rando. Piss off the 6 p.m. Friday and have 3 and 3.
Yeah, I'm
Have
all
your
for it.
Thursday still. Obviously not this week. But just 3 and 3, Saturday, Sunday. How good.
It's good. You put it on at 3 o'clock's the first game usually.
Bit of pre-game hype.
Yeah,
You're an hour into cooking a leg of lamb in the smoker.
and then you're good all the way through till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at
Yeah.
night.
Night sorted.
Keeps the family away.
A game's not performing as good as you want it to be, so you flick over the AFL or something. It's fantastic, 3 and 3.
Check out the Lions losing to the Giants.
I will end you. I will end you with one. I will throat punch your Adam's apple through the back of your spine.
Oh, yes. I don't think you've even come close to
actually,
that.
I got
But,
That's very
tipping.
Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
It is very, very Mortal
So I was
Kombat.
just discussing with Morgan before you guys got here today that I think I might end up being a bit of an AFL fan after last week when we were talking, watching that North Melbourne Collingwood game. And I just sort of watch it, just actually paid attention for a little bit. I went, you know what, this is actually all right.
It's not a bad game.
You can, I could see why people would really get into it. Like, it's like some of the plays that I watched happen, I went, that was pretty cool. Like, that was athletic as shit.
When it's a quality game and you've got some quality players playing
if
well
it's
as a
not,
team,
if it's not
Eagles.
blown out or something,
and it's not a blowout,
unless if it's your team doing the blowout,
yeah,
Yeah, then
and
it's
then it's
fine.
great.
then that's fantastic.
But if it's getting blown out against you, it's worse than 58-4.
Oh, it would be.
But yeah, if it's a low skill game, like watching any West Coast game at the moment, it's hard to watch.
yeah,
Well, I just got to work out what team I go for.
Lions, brother.
Was the only
Pies,
Come
my
on
friend.
board.
Pies,
Come
my
on
friend.
board.
Nah, definitely not the Pies for reasons I'm not
Why
bringing
not?
up here.
Okay, all right.
Bill's got a full set of teeth for starters.
Yeah,
But I was saying on the weekend, so well, it'd have to be the Lions or the Suns. But
Suns are a good shout. They are on the rise big time.
Come and join the Lion juggernaut, my man.
you can always just
Go over Suns.
be your own man.
Go over Suns.
I'm not even going
but then
We
if
are
I
the
was going to go
sons
for
of
my
the
favorite
Gold
logo, I'd go
Coast.
Essendon because it's the
Bombers.
bomber plane.
Oh,
Oh,
that's,
they're no good.
But
Don't
see, I'm
say
looking
that.
that's a bold strategy, Cub.
It's a lot of heartbreak.
Is that like being a Cowboys fan? But
Essendon
probably
hasn't
worse.
played a
a
final.
lot worse.
There's a meme going around. It's like a clock. Essendon hasn't played a final in like 20 years.
If you want to,
okay,
if you want to be a Bombers fan, go and invest in a DeLorean. Travel back to '98, where you had a good 5-year period and nothing ever since.
jump on the Suns. They're on the rise.
Yeah, Suns aren't bad. I don't mind their style.
My mum's a St Kilda fan too. I remember.
Oh, that's not good.
Which
either.
I know that's not good.
That's
also
a
not
lot
good.
of tears.
Yeah, Demons also not good. Kangaroos.
I can't get around their little chant.
Geelong's probably been the best team of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, my
two
Hawthorn
decades.
or
Since
Geelong?
2000, Geelong's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
been
my-
your most
yeah.
consistent.
They had nearly a 70-year drought, but
Yeah,
then
but
ever
then-
since
Yeah.
then,
the
they've
last
been
20
pretty
years,
damn
they've
good.
been
Yeah, one of my aunties is a Cats fan. Is that grand final that they blew the other team out of the water? Do you know what year that was?
Not off the top of my head.
That would have been when Selwood and Northern retired. That'd been like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was not long after COVID.
Didn't they? Wasn't it the Lions they blew off a park?
no,
Nah.
You sure?
no.
Probably.
Just checking.
We've only played in 2 grand finals since.
Oh yeah,
04.
lost one to us.
Yeah.
But
And won
but
one.
she was even saying like watching that game because it was the Cats were flogging them. Like they
Sydney.
weren't.
They beat.
Yeah,
Sydney.
they did. Yeah, the Bloods. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was sitting there going, "Oh, surely you'd be getting up and about for this. Your team's flogging them." And she's like, "Oh, well, it's not really that fun. Like we're gonna win by a shitload." And I just went, "I don't know. I could get around it."
It was sort of like that last year for me, but I was that happy that it was the Lions winning. But you knew that by 3/4 time, even half time,
Mm.
we've just won the flag. Like this is good. You're not
But
you're not on the edge of your seat.
Had a couple extra stumps ready to go.
Aging friggin' 30 years in,
Yeah.
in 20 minutes. You're like 3/4 time.
But it
crack
was,
the
it was
bubbly
extra good because the year before was heartbreak
heartache. Yeah.
because it was a close game, a close loss.
Mm.
Well, win for you, but
Shut up. But AFL is
Great
good
team.
because what it means as well is that if the Cows are going terrible or there's a game that you don't like, once you start supporting a team in AFL and you go, oh, hang on, I'll watch this game because Dogs and Geelong's going to be a good encounter. You find that you watch that instead of pick a bludger, a Titans Eels game. You'd rather watch a good game of AFL instead.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what Morgan said to me today too. It was, yeah, it's easier to turn on and just watch any game rather than with like, if say Manly's versing the Dragons, like
Yeah.
you said, it was just like who gives a shit.
Who cares? Yeah,
Yeah.
Whereas you can put on an AFL game, and since you're supporting a team and you're following the sport, it makes you want to watch that as
But
well.
even if it was, what did you say, like Carlton versus or St Kilda or
yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that,
it's
like
still
you'd,
good.
You'd still watch it.
Yeah.
And they got
definitely.
BT, one of the best commentators in Australian sport.
Mum
It's
goes
just
for the
no-
Western Bulldogs.
it's just no good when both your teams lose
Yeah.
in a week.
Which has happened the last 2 weeks. Last Friday, Storm Cowboys, Lions,
Crimea
Crows.
River, mother.
They lose that
The
this
last
week.
2 years we've been
Lions,
Shit.
Lions, GWS into a Cows, Dolphins. Like, far
Yeah,
out.
rough times.
And the good thing about AFL is you can support it. Any team, like we're all over the place.
Yep.
Sports in every state, teams in every state except
Yep.
Northern Territory,
Yeah.
Yet.
but they play up there.
They do.
That made me think
You
like,
could actually get on board the. Sorry, jeez, I was about to do a
Oh,
burp
that-
and a
that-
hiccup.
oh.
The Tasmania team.
Yeah, because
Well,
they've got like 200,000 members, don't
maybe,
they?
maybe
they
not.
may not get off the ground.
I'm a member. I'm a member
I'm
of
a
the Tassie.
founding member.
Yeah, founding member.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like,
It was $10
Yeah,
for a
it's
founding
$10.
membership.
yeah,
wouldn't
they
you?
literally doubled, like they got double the,
Why not?
yeah,
I got stickers and everything.
yeah, they got,
Oh boy, what
wasn't it
happened?
double
I
the,
got
Are they the
guaranteed
jack
tickets.
jumpers?
No,
Yeah.
I got guaranteed tickets to the MCG if I win to make finals.
Damn straight.
It's for Devils, Tassie Devils,
Yeah, Tassie Devils.
yeah, because
The logo and the mascot are shit, but
Sell
and the
out.
colours are a
and
bit
it's
sketchy. But
completely green and yellow.
Green's
It's
pretty
horrible.
fucking ugly.
But it was $10.
yeah, well,
Bucks.
I'm happy to support a fledgling team trying to get into the comp to disrupt.
I can't wait to pick my seats.
And also, if they get the home ground in Tassie,
Yeah.
it displaces Hawthorn.
That's true. And North Melbourne are out
However,
too.
Hawthorn may end up playing out of Cairns.
Well, that'd be okay.
That was the talk of it. For a
because
little
we
bit.
get the Bulldogs in Cairns. I've gone
Is
up
Hawthorn
there
going to
before.
relocate?
Not necessarily relocate, but that was going to be one of their. You know how like
They
North
sell a
Melbourne
game.
have like 7 home
Yeah,
grounds.
yeah.
Yeah, they were looking at Cairns with Kazales
That'd be
basically
okay.
being one of their home grounds. So
Yeah,
there'd be a whole bunch of games up there.
AFL's big in Cairns.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
Yep.
massive. So it's actually pretty big here too.
Mm.
Not as big as Cairns, but yeah.
and I,
Went to
and
the grand final comp last year and at Tony Island. I
Yep.
don't know if it's Riverway Stadium.
Riverway Stadium.
And it was packed.
Yeah, right.
There are a lot of people.
Who was that? Cara Swans versus Hermit Park Tigers?
Oh, I think it might have been actually.
I just pulled it out.
You just looked that up.
No, I literally just pulled it out.
Actually, I think Hawks
Probably
were
Uni
involved.
Hawks, I think.
Yeah, I think Hawks were involved across all 3 grades and the women's,
Yeah, okay.
I have to shout
and
out-
lost all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to shout out the Cara Swans. I reckon because they do the meat tray raffles at the Stewart Hotel, and I reckon collectively our family would have paid for at least one whole grandstand.
I've never been to a Stewart Hotel ever.
It's good.
Oh, do yourself a favour and go and head out there.
Do yourself
It's
a favour.
nice. It's
Shout
good.
out to the servo outside, though. I'm energy. They're like
Oom.
$1.40, 44 or something. Like their pricing is
They got a mega
ridiculous.
hot box too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Apparently, that's
Yeah.
one of the cheapest prices in Queensland.
It is insanely
Yeah.
cheap all the time.
The Shell Servo has also been, the Ready Express has been sort of competing with it too. So sometimes I'll drive past the to see what
Yep.
price it is, and then I'll either
Double back.
pull into the Ready, or I'll do a Yui and head back
Nah,
to the
you got to support the independents because they have a reason the Shell's cheaper is because they've dropped their pants on their price. So you got to support the OGs. There's a bit of a queue there sometimes.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And
I'll drive there.
there's also over there the pit stop or the pie stop.
Pie stop.
Pie
Pie stop.
That is.
When
Next
you're
to a
doing
fish
your
and chip
next
shop?
pie reviews,
Next to Scoops.
yeah, give that a go. The pie stop is
they are
sensational.
Feelings pies.
Oh, no, I'm out.
Yeah, they are Feelings pies, but they're still pretty good.
They home make some of their
Yeah,
own
they're
stuff.
sausage
Sausage
rolls.
rolls.
The sausage rolls are to die for.
And
Lost
the
me
beef and
feelings.
gravy rolls are great
Yeah,
as well.
all
Oh,
that-
I love a beef.
Yeah, all that other stuff they do, like the sandwiches and the rolls, salad rolls and things like that. That's one of my missus' favourite places to
Yeah, right.
pull up and get something to eat. Yeah,
When you get off your keto,
Yeah.
get around to them.
Get around to
hit
it.
the Rolling Stone BP as well.
Oof.
They
yeah.
make their own
Pro tip?
sausage rolls and possibly pies.
So I've heard a good thing about that. There's a new pie shop at Vincent Village. Have we heard about this?
no,
It's the baker who used to be at Mal's Pies. Apparently, he's gone and started his own pie shop when Mal's Pies sold.
Okay.
People are saying it's really good. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things.
Oh,
I've heard good things. There's one in Garbett. There's a barber. Where the IGA shopping complex in Bob's.
You're not
Bob
talking
Booze.
about the French bakery. There.
There's-
They make good pies.
Yeah, there's a barber which is licensed and got a bar there.
Really?
And next to it is a bakery. Apparently,
Yeah, well, that's
the
Baker de North.
sweets and treats
Amazing.
are best on ground.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it's a French patisserie. The guy actually is from France. I was going to say from French. He is French
I was
from
waiting for
France,
it.
ironically. And they make amazing croissants and, yeah, fantastic. Big shout out.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Now, part of our new segment, which
I
is
think-
basically crossed into just a little bit.
I
Yeah.
think we just
We're already in it.
sort of molded into it.
Well, a little bit. There's a few little notes here that you guys put in, which I love. Double fillet of fish is play on.
Yeah.
Best burger.
Best
it is the
burger.
best burger you can get from a
From
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. The fillet
The
of
best.
The
Yeah,
fillet of fish.
The steam bun. Oh, Pete, take it away.
Yeah.
You know my thoughts on
The
it.
fillet of fish is the best McDonald's burger, and I will not be convinced otherwise.
Yeah, but
And
you,
then when
you
you
like
get-
fish pie, though.
And then when you get the double fillet of fish,
Is that a double entendre?
No, not at all.
no,
He literally likes fish
yeah,
pie.
a seafood pie.
Seafood pie.
have you had the
Sensational.
scallop pie from Banjo's?
Yeah,
Is it good?
We're back to pies.
not the. It's good, but it's not. It's not the best.
not
It's
the-
not. It's not the duck's nuts.
If it was the last pie left, you wouldn't be upset.
no, you wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fish and pie just doesn't go in the same sentence for
Oh,
me.
I make a mad seafood pie,
Back to the fillet.
but the fillet of fish.
And it's got to be said fillet. too.
I'm
It's-
always
yeah.
no. I'm always a fillet.
No,
fish.
it's fillet. When you order it, they go fillet of fish.
Do they?
Either way, but the steam bun.
The word is fillet.
The melted cheese, the right amount of tartare sauce. It is just the best burger.
It
now,
is.
a Big Mac's great and a double quarter pounder and all that. No, fillet of fish.
It's incredible.
Did you have fish finger sandwiches? Like put fish fingers on two pieces of bread with
Yeah,
tartare
back in
and
the day.
cheese? Because is that what it sounds like to me?
No,
Back in the
the
day.
fillet of fish has like fresh reef-fish.
I had one of
Yeah.
those.
I think it's sweet lip.
Yeah, it's
Maybe some.
Bullshit.
No, it could be sweet lip or a bit of nana guy.
Largemouth nana guy.
Yeah, I think it's nana guy.
It's tilapia if you're lucky.
No, I'm pretty sure it's straight off the boat.
I doubt
It's
it's actually
definitely-
even
I'm
fish.
pretty
It's
sure.
straight out of launch.
I'm pretty sure.
seafood.
All your
Definitely not
un-
flake at all.
all your uncoloured guppies that they normally sell as fish to feed to bigger fish, they just and they don't sell them. They just put them all in a blender.
No. The
Drain
fillet
the
of
water
fish is
out of it.
definitely largemouth nana guy.
No. I will not sit here and listen to that shit. Largemouth nana guy is good. Fish fingers and fillet of fish are not.
I think it depends
be
on
a
the
bream.
seasons. It might be coral trout, I think, in the fish.
I'm quite sure it's not.
Could be a bit of brim too, maybe.
Yeah,
Sure.
totally.
Yeah.
All right.
Freshwater.
It's
mud.
tilapia.
I got just to
Grunter.
end the night. I've got one for you that's popped up. Now this is a little unique quiz.
Mm.
All right. Now I found this on the mirror.co.uk. So hold on to your boots on this one. I'm going to give you a name, or about 10 of them actually, and you have to tell me whether it's a racehorse or a drag queen.
Oh, shit. This is... I like it.
Pistol Pete.
Okay, first starting easy.
Drag.
Pistol Pete. No, starting
Drag.
easy. Starting with bear claws. Is it a racehorse? Or
Racehorse.
drag queen?
No, it's drag queen.
Not allowed to Google it either.
Racehorse.
So you're going racehorse. You're going
Drag queen.
drag queen.
I got
Bill?
racehorse.
Okay. So we'll click on racehorse, and you are correct.
Yeah.
Bear claws is a racehorse. The next one is bag of chips. BAGA space CHIPZ.
Surely that's a racehorse.
Bag of chips.
A
gotta be a
bag of
racehorse.
chips. What is...
That's a racehorse.
Is
Morgan-
No
chips
one's going
in
to see
the
back at you.
Morgan-
gay community or something? Give us the chips as a queen.
You're going the queen,
Yeah,
drag
I'm
queen.
going queen.
So we've got 2 racehorses and a drag queen. I'll click on the racehorse. It is a drag queen.
Yeah.
Bag of chips.
Bag
I
of
don't want to
chips.
go see bag of chips.
Next one is Gorgeous George, racehorse or drag queen.
Racehorse.
Racehorse, too obvious.
Gorgeous George was also a boxer in the movie Snatch.
Also used to own Malpara Flores.
Oh,
Gorgeous George.
give us a queen.
It's a racehorse. Sorry to tell you, I have actually heard of
Yes.
Gorgeous
Yeah.
George.
Did-
Next
did-
one,
Did Pikey race that in the...
quite
oh,
possibly,
yeah.
certainly in the last. Sminty Drop, SMINTY drop.
Racehorse.
Queen.
Queen.
Oh, we're going queen on this one, and it is a drag queen. Sminty Drop.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
I don't know.
I'm just
Don't
going
Google
heads every
Sminty.
time.
Yes. Caramel, CARAMELLE.
Queen.
Horse.
Yeah.
You're going the horse for this one.
Nah, I reckon that one's a queen, surely.
Okay.
Could
we'll
not
go
be more of a
drags.
queen.
Yeah, definitely a drag queen. That one.
Dang.
Starlight, racehorse.
Oh,
and
that's
horse.
that's out of The Boys.
It is.
Oh,
It's neither in that either.
I'll go horse.
Racehorse.
Yeah, I'm going horse.
Racehorse. Bill?
Yeah, horse.
You're correct. That's definitely a racehorse. Too obvious, isn't it? Tell it that way.
Yeah.
Kitten's Joy,
Oh, that's a queen for sure.
drag queen.
Joey. Nah, I like that as a
I
horse
mean,
name.
you could change those words up for alternative words to
Absolutely.
make all sorts of different combinations.
Indeed.
There is a racehorse called Tom Kitten. So, Kitten, should we give us the horse?
It is a racehorse. Kitten's
Ah.
Joy, absolutely a racehorse. Charity Case, KASE, Charity Case.
Oh, that's a queen.
That's got to be a queen.
Yep.
We got
queen.
two queens there, Bill.
I'll go racehorse.
All right, we go. It's definitely a drag queen. Yes, it's drag queen. That's come up green on drag queen. We're in the expert level. Black pepper, PEPPA, black pepper.
No, that's
Queen.
queen. It's for spelling
So
that gives it away.
that's two
Yeah.
two quick
Yeah,
queens.
if you're doing weird things with your spelling, you're a queen.
That's 3 queens, and you are correct.
Yes.
Black pepper is a drag
Yeah,
queen.
boy. Yeah, boy.
And Miss Dandelion,
That's a horse.
Horse.
That's a horse.
definitely a horse. You are
Yeah.
correct, and
Yeah.
that is it. 9 out of 10, not bad.
Oh.
Oh, we're pretty good there.
Yeah, you did pretty well. You're ready for Ascot. So anyway, I found that on mirror.co.uk. I liked it. Some of those were interesting.
So circling back to your fillet of fish. In Australia, McDonald's fillet of fish sandwich is made with a combination of Alaskan pollock and hoki. While pollock is the primary fish, hoki is also used, sourced from Australian and New Zealand waters, according to Yahoo.
No. But the Townsville McDonald's
The Townsville McDonald's.
is Sweet Lip.
No.
Sweet lip.
Yeah. Before you start,
Yeah.
I've got a quick one to hit you guys with.
Very quick.
This happened to me last night. What's the deal when you walk into a restaurant to get a table for 2, by the way? The place is empty, and then they're scratching their heads trying to work out where to sit you like the place is full.
I don't know.
Have it happened to you?
Not
Like,
like
I
that.
can see 40 spare tables and they're looking around. Oh, where are we going to sit you over here? Oh, looking at the iPad, trying to talk to the manager. Where are we going to put these people?
Never had that issue.
You've never
Put
had
me
that
in
happen?
Booth 2 over
It
here.
happens all the time. It's like,
Really?
it's the biggest drama in the world. Where we're going to sit you. And I'm like, your whole restaurant is empty, lad.
You must have been somewhere exclusive.
It was a little nice, but seriously, what is up with that?
It wasn't the Sundew.
No, I want to go to the Sundew. When the Sundew
not gonna be able to
reopens,
now.
we will go there to support the Sundew.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right,
That
well,
sounds good.
in the meantime, at On The Ranch NQ on Instagram or Facebook. XR Bob on Twitter. On the Spot Facebook page. Morgan Holmes Evans for Fusion Networks.
Fusion Networks.
And like, share, subscribe, follow us, send us a message on SpeakPipe, join the tipping comp, share us around to one more, mate. Up Queensland,
Go the Maroons.
up the Cowboys.
Go Maroons.
I was actually at a Thermomix party yesterday as well.
Oh.
That's random.
I'm highly keen on getting the Thermomix 7.
It sounds like you're
Kill the
falling-
music.
He's falling for an
Back to beat.
MLM.
Yeah.
We've gone from
I
all the way from Amway to
Was it an
Thermomix.
Amway situation?
I cannot rate the Thermomix 7 high enough. It has got the bells, the whistles, and everything to go with it. Do yourself a favour. Get a Thermomix 7.